time since you've run out in the Scotland jersey. How much are you looking forward to getting out there tomorrow?
Yeah, it is a 12 months, last autumn since I've been back in Murrayfield, and just the week itself, even being running water last week for the boys that played against USA. Uh, Such a cool feeling to be back at Murrayfield playing in front of our people, and I know everyone's really looking forward to the occasion tomorrow.
Obviously, come off the summer with the Lions. What did that experience do for you? What do you think the boys that were part of that? What do you think they're bringing back with them?
A lot of experience. In rugby, I think that's the highest pressure environment you can be in on a Lions tour away from home, and a lot of our boys were big parts of the reasons why I think the Lions, won the series. So I know they're bringing back a lot of confidence from that, but also learning from different coaches. Obviously Andy and his group have been very successful, learning off them and on all the different types of players from the different nations. I think a lot of the boys that are on that tour, you talk about guys like Finn and Benny, a lot of those guys are at the peak of their powers now with experience and, time in their careers. And it's really nice time to be part of the team, I suppose.
Imagine growing up in Australia, putting one over the All Blacks would be something to be treasured. How much does this game mean to you in a personal level?
No, it's massive. I think, you know, to be honest, when I was in Australia, there wasn't many times where where we beat the All Blacks, to be fair. But now now that I'm over here, we understand. We understand how big of an occasion this is, and I still think the All Blacks, a big part of this sport, and playing them is always a massive opportunity. You grow up watching these guys and or watching this team play. It's a massive opportunity for our boys, and I think the feeling that I feel in the change room is excitement. To go out and play these guys, where I understand what type of team they are and what they bring. We also understand, the type of team we are and what we've been building towards. So it's builds for an exciting game tomorrow.
20 years Scotland have been trying to get
Mm.
a victory over the All Blacks. What makes you believe this is the team and this is the time to do it?
I think I spoke to the boys before, but 60,000 people are coming to the stadium to watch us tomorrow, and it'd be a damn shame if we don't believe. And I think that's the most important thing that when we do run out of the tunnel, that I look around and I see 22 other guys that believe that we can win this fixture. And it's not just that as well. It's also 100 years of Murrayfield. We're wearing this to commemorate all the people that have played before us in this jersey as well. So it's also bigger than the record against New Zealand. It's also the history of Murrayfield that we're thinking about as well. So we understand all the things that come with tomorrow.
You guys went on the history and everything that's being marked this weekend in terms of anniversaries.
Well, no, it's massive, isn't it? I was actually I think it was on, when was that? Earlier this week, I was at the Scottish Hall of Fame of rugby. There were a few people that were getting inducted, and just to hear the guys that have worn the jersey before, Scott Hastings got up there and talked, and I remember it was pretty touching, to be honest, to hear those guys that have created memories, but also successful memories, in their eras. It was inspiring to listen to those guys because yeah, I suppose you want to have your own era where you're successful, and yeah, that's what we're striving towards. So we understand everything that comes with the celebrating the history of our jersey, and we're ready to put out a performance that we think shows that how much we care.
This group has made a few little bits of history. They've
Mm.
knocked off some victories that hadn't occurred for a very long time. But in terms of an individual fixture, it's New Zealand's pinnacle for Scotland.
I don't think so. No, I don't think it's the pinnacle. South Africa have won the last two World Cups. There's other fixtures that we probably haven't ticked off. I just think this is another fixture on our journey. To be honest, we understand, the hoodoo of not being in New Zealand, or we understand the 100 years moment. We understand all of that, and we're ready for the things that those brings, and I'm sure they are as well. So, the most important thing is these uh, things that we are celebrating or going up against doesn't put shackles on us. We go out there and play freely, and most importantly, be ourselves.
The All Blacks really only got their game together in the last quarter again in Chicago. Have the team looked at that? Are there some areas that you're looking to exploit?
Look, I think New Zealand held on really well throughout that game to be able to do that in the first place, and we look at that some of their some of their games throughout the rugby championship as well, and that's something that they've been able to do. Hold on to the games until I suppose they break a team down in the last 20 minutes. But I think this week specifically, we'll probably focus more on ourselves, and we understand we're expecting the best All Blacks team to rock up to Murrayfield, and that's what we've prepared for.
Does that start a real focus too, though, with against the All Blacks and how they have been playing recently?
Yeah, definitely. I think the last time we played them here 3 years ago, we went down 14-0, I'm pretty sure, in the first 15 minutes, and we managed to get back into the game to lead at 65 minutes. So, it's not ideal to go down at the start of the game, but also we understand it's a rugby game, and we've got to be ready for everything, to go ahead, to go behind. We're ready for everything. And we understand and we respect the team that the All Blacks are and have been.
You've got Kiwi Tom Jordan in that 23. He's played with some of these All Blacks before. Has he given any tips this week?
Yeah, I think his New Zealand accent's actually gotten a little bit stronger this week, actually. But no, he's been good inside as well. Obviously, he grew up playing over that side of the world, but a lot of us have grown up playing either with or against Kiwis, and we know their style of play, and we know we're up against a pretty formidable outfit and really well coached, team with Razor and everything. So, yeah, Tom's been a voice for us this week, but so is everyone else.